Good morning, Carla. How you doing this morning?
Morning.
Okay.
Doing all right, yes.
Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay. So let's get started. Tell me about Crystal.
About Crystal? My
Yeah.
friend Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say about Crystal? I feel like Crystal's always, like, she's got pretty much, like, manipulative behaviors, you know? Like, she always trying to get me to do some things and stuff. And so, I don't know, like, when I hang out with her, I don't know. Sometimes she just got me doing some things.
So how long have you known her?
Shoot, I known Crystal about 22, 23 years.
22, 23 years?
Yeah, I known Crystal for a long time. We went way back, way back, like, all right, so I know her in high school. I knew her in high school. We didn't really hang out that much in high school, but then afterwards we kind of started hanging a little bit, Yeah.
So there's a long history there, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's a long history. It's a long history with Crystal.
So, I know when I asked you about her, I saw your face kind of, your body language changed a little bit. What were you thinking about?
Crystal, like, Crystal, I don't even want to say, like, she means well, because I used to think that. I used to tell myself, like, I think she means well, but, but sometimes it's like whatever she's doing, she sometimes tries to get me to do with her some things that I may not be too willing to do.
Okay. When you say some things, do you feel like sharing some of those things that she tries to manipulate you into doing?
Well, like, okay, other than drugs, sometimes she'll try to get me to, like, sell myself, like just trying to get me to sell my body, like, to either get the money for the drugs or for the drugs itself. Like, she'll try to get me to, have sex with guys and stuff. And that might have been me at one time. Like, back in the day, kind of when I first started out using and all. That was me then. Not so much now, gotten a little older, trying to change my ways, but I feel like Crystal is still stuck in that time period. She still is out there doing that, and she wants me to do it along with her, and just don't feel comfortable with that. Getting the drugs might be one thing, but selling my body to get the drugs, something different. That's something else.
So let me ask you this: have you ever confronted her pertaining to that, and how that makes you feel when she tries to get you to do those types of risk-taking behaviors?
Well, yeah, I have before. But if you know Crystal, man, Crystal's just kind of like stuck in her ways, and changing her,
Right.
and all, and it's almost like she don't give a damn. She don't care. Like, if I say, I've said it to her before, like, Crystal, I don't know about this, and nowadays it's kind of scary, being out there with anybody like that. So I'll say, Crystal, I don't know about this, I don't really feel comfortable. Like, I've said that to her before. Shoot. And she's the type, girl, please, come on here. You can be all right. You're going to be all right. We're going to do this right here, we'll get some drugs, and keep it moving, on to the next. And I'm like, I don't feel too comfortable with it. So I feel as if when I tell her that, though, it's like, so I don't really care how you feel. We're going to do this anyway. It's like that's her mindset.
So do you really consider her to be a friend?
Yeah, sometimes I had to ask myself that. Sometimes I gotta ask her. But, like, there's times when she'll do things for me that's really good though.
Mm-hmm.
Like she looked out for me before. Like say for example, if I didn't have any food,
Mm-hmm.
she would come and help me out with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she would. She's good in her own way,
Mm-hmm.
but there are times when she get these streaks,
Mm-hmm.
like just she got those risky behaviors at the
Mm-hmm.
same time. You know, and I'm trying not to have those. I'm trying. So it's hard to say whether she's a friend or not. And I
Mm-hmm.
guess because of the fact that I've known her for so long,
Right.
I feel like she is.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask myself that though.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I like to talk about is irrational thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's this therapy called REBT, Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy.
Okay.
Where we work to change the irrational thoughts that you may be having pertaining to certain things in your life, like with her,
Mm-hmm.
your friend.
Yeah.
In your mind, you know, she presents as if she has your best interest at heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like, you know, she appeases you and then have a real motive under the gifts and helping you out.
Yeah. That's true.
And like I said, you know, changing people, places, and things is one of your goals.
Mm-hmm.
And she's one of the people. You know.
Yeah.
I really believe that, you know, that's you may have to think about ways to. We may need to create ways for you to work on that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely a trigger for you.
Yeah, I would say that too. I think Crystal is a trigger.
I mean, let me ask you a question. What is it about her though? I mean, tell me what makes
fun.
her okay.
She's fun to hang out with though. She really is fun. Other than those behaviors.
But she's fun to hang out with, but it ends up into drug usage and other things.
That's true. Yeah. You're right. And once upon a time, it wasn't like that.
Right.
You know, beginning, it wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a couple of years or so of her and I hanging out, it just became like,
Right.
You know, but yeah, and I hear what you're saying. It's just that there was times like she would look out for me when nobody else would.
Mm.
And, but I do hear what you're saying because it does tend to, you know, always end up that we end up using or, you know, being with some guys, something, you know. It does seem like it's always something like that happen. So, yeah. It might be she might be a trigger.
Do you feel like you need to pay her back for some of the things she's done for you and you have no monetary means to pay her back? So, I mean, it's just a question. Do you feel like that?
And that's a good question too, because sometimes I guess I do feel like that. I feel like I guess like I owe her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I do feel like that. Like I owe her. Like she was there for me, you know. So I should be there for her. I feel that way. That's just the type of person I am.
But do you think that you could be there for her without the drug usage, without the solicitation of prostitution? Do you think that you guys could just enjoy each other's company without all of the negative risk-taking behaviors?
Damn, you say it like that, prostitution. I guess that's what it was, though, huh?
I mean, I have to be honest with you. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. And I'm sorry I had to say it that way, but that's the reality of it.
You're right. And it's like I know that she and I, we could have like a really good time while not using. I know we could. But we just got to get to that place. We got to get there. Because again, like I said, like for the first couple of years or so, when we were young, you know, when we hung out the first couple of years, we used to have a great time just hanging out, having a good time. And then when the drugs came into play, it's almost like that just took over our lives. Like that's I hate to say it, but it's like almost all we knew. You know? And that ended up being like our way of life almost. It's just to you know, find ways to get the drugs and all. But
how about this?
I know we could.
How about we work on something to where I give you homework and you create ways to talk to her next time you see her, so where you can sit down and talk to her and have a heart-to-heart with her and tell her how that makes you feel when you guys meet, you have a conversation, and then immediately you go into, let's go get some drugs and let's possibly do this other thing. How about we create some things, some questions to ask her, such as, I don't feel, or even statements saying, I don't feel comfortable doing this. I miss the old friend I used to have, my high school buddy. You know, I want that relationship before the drugs. And maybe, you know, maybe revisit what the relationship was before the drugs. You know, and bring that to her. You know, maybe have a conversation with her about it.
That's good. I like that.
You know, because we can't have you, you know, working your recovery and having bad relationships. You know, you cannot have that.
Yeah, I guess I just need to work on how to have better relationships. You know, I don't know. You know, like no, it's pretty much all I've known is you know, relationship with my boyfriend, my friendship, Crystal. It's like that's pretty much who I have around me. You know.
Now you said your boyfriend.
Yeah.
What you brought that up?
Yeah. I was just thinking, you know, when you know, was talking about being with somebody who hasn't used, or somebody, you know, like I guess like a non-using person, but I'm like that's what I'm used to being around is users, like my boyfriend. You know, he uses, so that's just what I'm used to, I guess. You just gotta work on. I mean, maybe I need to work on getting other friends. I mean, I don't know, but I do like the statements thing. I don't know how Crystal gonna be. I don't know how she gonna be with it. You know, Crystal, I tell you, she is something. But I can try that. I can try. It's worth a try. It's worth a try.
Do you feel like is there some form of control there?
With Crystal?
With Crystal.
Like Crystal controlling me?
Do you feel like she controls the situation?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I do feel like that. Yeah. She takes the lead. It seems like she's more of the, what you call that word, the extrovert or something. Like she's more, she talks more than, you know, and I'm quieter. You know, more introvert. I'm more. So yeah, I guess she does.
So it's safe to say that she's more social than you are?
She is, yes. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. More outgoing, outspoken. You know, I'm not really like that. I'm not really like that at all. So I would say she probably controls the situation. Yeah.
Now, when you're around her and you guys are engaging in the usage and engaging in, you know, whatever situations you guys have, do you feel like that's fun? Do you feel like you're having fun?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it can be, and then other times it can be a little scary. Actually, because especially if we're kind of hanging out, kicking it with somebody we don't really know like that. You know, like we don't really know them like that. I get a little nervous because I'm like, they'll pull a gun out of me anytime, you know. We sitting here, you know, oh my goodness. If it's like people though that we've known for a while, I feel more comfortable in those situations.
Right. Okay.
And I have more fun when I'm more comfortable in those situations. It can be fun. Yeah, I feel like it can be fun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you do realize that the irrational thinking that comes with that, you're associating fun with things that can take your life. You know? You're associating fun with using heroin, whereas one sniff, one main line can take your life. And you're also associating prostitution with fun, whereas anything can happen with that. You know, you can contract HIV, hepatitis C, and all other STDs in the spectrum.
That is true.
Which could take your life. Also with the COVID.
Yeah.
You know,
see, that COVID thing got me scared.
You're getting close to individuals who may be at risk of having that. And you can also contract that.
Because see, I was always trying to be careful with the condoms and stuff, but you're right. Like, now the COVID has come along, and condom ain't gonna stop that.
Right.
You know, yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's why I feel like we need to work on changing those irrational thoughts that you're having, because we need to associate fun with actual fun. We need to associate your relationship with Crystal with having fun. Maybe meeting, maybe having lunch, a cup of coffee, reminisce about the past. See you later, Crystal. I'm going to my meeting. Not, hey, Crystal, how you doing? Let's go get some heroin, and then after we use, let's go get some money by doing other things. You see the difference?
That's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
Because you having a cup of coffee and reminiscing about the past doesn't leave you in a hospital or in the morgue.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
You know,
that is true. Yeah. You know. And that's something I would like to discuss with her, like just to see if she would be willing to do that. You know, like I said, Crystal, whew, she's so strong-headed. You know, just. But I would like to talk to her about us doing other things rather than that. And when you say it like that, that is true. We putting ourselves into dangerous situations.
But you know what? You know, a easy way to do that would be, hey girl, how you doing? Let's meet right quick. You know, meet her, say what you need to say. Oh, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Even if so like she brings up, hey girl, let's just go around the corner here real quick, around the corner from this coffee shop and get, you know. See, I gotta learn to just tell her no. You know what I mean? I do. I that's something I know I need to work on. Because I'll easily, not to say I'm a follower, but I'll easily be like, all right, let's go, you know. So I need to work on that myself. And I like that you said we can go to a meeting. I'm gonna go to a meeting. I gotta go. You know, that type of thing.
Well, I mean, you know, it is your recovery. It's your recovery. So you know, whatever you feel you need to do, you know, you have to do what you have to do. You know, you have to think about the situation. You know, what do I want to do?
That's true.
How can I change these negative people that are in my life? You know? You know? We did mention the women empowerment, you know, the groups.
Yeah.
You know?
I like those.
Yeah.
I like the women empowerment groups. So, yeah, you got a point there, you know. I mean, I guess if she don't want to change or do anything, I gotta just do it for myself. You're right. This is my recovery. And I just got to work on it myself, you know. You know.
I mean, your face, when you said that, your face changed again. How would you feel if she disagreed with you saying some of those things that you need to say to her?
I think what it is that I'm afraid of not having a friend, not having somebody to hang with, you know. I think that's kind of what makes me nervous. It makes me kind of scared that I'm like, oh, shoot, you know. If she's out of my life, then what? You know, I think